Peter, it's interesting that just a few days ago, right, you tweeted out a photo of the two of you together, and we're going to show this to you. So, tell us a little bit about this.
Well, I tweeted the photo out on the day he decided he was retiring. You know, I was a friend, mainly an admirer of Morley Safer's, just like so many others. And so I wanted to, you know, mark that, and I've just retweeted it again today as a, you know, an RIP photo with Morley Safer. It was taken the night of the Canadian Journalism Foundation a few years ago, where we honored Morley with a Lifetime Achievement Award, as if, right? I mean, we could have given him that 20 years ago. He had such an incredible career as a journalist. But he was great. He told stories that night. He, you know, he attacked certain aspects of social media as this is journalism, not the kind of way we want it. But was a great honoree that night, and we all had fun talking to him. And we were showing some clips from his reporting. We are now showing some footage from Vietnam. Let's talk a little bit about that and how he was different in terms of his reporting. Well, he was different in a way that many Canadian journalists who end up reporting in the States are. And this isn't a knock at all on American journalists, because as we all know, there's some fabulous ones. But Canadians seem to have that added aspect of giving the big world view and the big world picture of things, as opposed to seeing them through narrowly focused eyes as just coming from the superpower, you know. So you have like Morley Safer at CBS in those days when he was reporting from Vietnam, you know, Mark Phillips today in London, John Blackstone out of San Francisco, both for CBS, and, you know, Peter Jennings' great career at ABC. Safer was known for that kind of, you know, broad picture ability, but he was mainly known for his incredible writing and storytelling. You know, this business has changed a lot since he started, and we're constantly, you know, debating amongst ourselves as, you know, is it really too different than it ever was? Are we changed forever? One thing that'll never change is the ability to tell stories and to write great scripts. And you can look back at any story Morley Safer was involved with, whether it was a news item or long form in 60 minutes, and they're just brilliantly written. He said he almost felt stateless. He was Canadian, but he was also American. Do you think that almost liberated him, maybe, in some, perhaps in some ways? Gave him an excuse working both ways, right? Yeah. No, he was pretty special, but he had that ability to be able to give the big, wide picture view of stories. There's a great story about how he got his job at CBS. At CBS. Because he worked here at the CBC, and he was a well-known correspondent, a much-admired reporter. One of his colleagues, who will remain nameless for this story, long before my time or yours, Andrew, but during the 1960s thought he wanted to go to the States. So he got together examples of his work and sent them to New York. The problem was he'd included in those samples Morley Safer's work as well. And when they in New York looked at this stuff, they said, he's okay, but this guy's great. And this guy was Morley Safer, and that's how he started. That's amazing. All right, Peter, thank you very much. Thank you. That is Chief Correspondent Peter Mansbridge.